I've got some bare root plants coming by FedEx here in just a few minutes, and I wanted to get the ground ready for it. I'm over here by my gooseberries. I think most of these are carmine gooseberries. There's also a couple of sweet scarlet and red gem, but I don't know for sure which ones are which. I could probably look a little closer and tell you. But these are my gooseberries, and I put all sorts of mulch around them this last year. And I also, whenever I was moving some of the Jerusalem artichokes, I put some Jerusalem artichokes over here on the other side. You might be able to see them. I'll give you a little closer up here in just one second. It's just right over here on the other side. There's a whole line of them right there. So it's going to create a screen over here. It's also going to create some more food, and the gooseberries are still going to get a lot of that south-facing sun. Of course, in the summertime, the sun is up higher in the sky, so you don't have to really worry about that as much. But the Jerusalem artichokes are going to be on the north side of that. They're taller than the gooseberries. Then I'm going to put something here on the south side. I started from seed not too long ago some yarrow. Yarrow is a really great permaculture plant. It's got that really deep taproot. It goes really down far. They say it's one of those dynamic accumulators. So I planted a bunch of them up here, and not only that, they'll have some flowers on there, so they'll be great pollinators. They're perennials. They'll keep coming back year after year, and I can move them all over the farm as well, because we like things like that you know, give and give and give and don't really take a whole lot from you. The kids helped me plant them, so I was going to put them in a nice little row right over here, but then they helped me, so now they're scattered all over the place through here. But that's okay. Kids helping, they're learning, they're getting to figure out a lot of these things, and then that'll be kind of precious for us in the future when things are askew and we see that the kids did that whenever they may be gone, and grandkids or whatever else. If all that happens, who knows? Hopefully we'll be here in this same spot. We've got plenty of space here that we can keep on expanding and stuff like that, and don't need to move to another homestead. This is plenty big for us. Plus, it's very nostalgic for us because it's been in my family for over 100 years. It's the Fedex truck. Let's go over there. All right, we got it. I was hoping it would come soon, so let's walk back over here.
Dad, can I have a box?
Sure. So, I ordered these from Starks Brothers. I've ordered some stuff from them before, and I've been pretty pleased. They've got like 125% guarantee. That's new. Last things I ordered from them, they didn't have that. And instead, they would replace it within a year. I imagine the 125% guarantee is cheaper.
Apples.
Let me show you what we got. There's a gooseberry. That's pretty good. I can probably get some cuttings off of that this year. A red lake currant. I'm pretty pleased with that one too.
I like red those.
A Pixwell gooseberry. This is a John's elderberry. Here's what I'm gonna plant behind me. This is the Allen black raspberry. These are some strawberries. A black consort currant.
I love that.
And this last one is a kousa dogwood, a cornelian cherry. This is what I was going to plant up here by these gooseberries, these black raspberries. Never had a black raspberry, but I've got some other raspberries I'll show you in a second. And these three cuttings, or these three small bare root plants, will turn into some really large plants, and they're going to spread. I'll show you over here in just one second some that I planted that were about this size a couple years ago, and now they're kind of spreading. In fact, the ones that I planted, I thought were going to die. Yes, dear?
Can I plant one over there by my parents?
No, we can plant one over here. I'll let you help me though.
Let's plant one by my parents.
We were planting something else the other day, and there was will you hold that? And there was a tree in the way. I didn't need it there. It was in the way of some of the other things that I was planting, and he decided he wanted to plant it. But it ended up being a mulberry, so we'll keep it pruned back over here.
Daddy has leaves on it.
And it's got leaves on it. Anyway, there's three of these. I'm going to put them right up here on this side, and then I'm going to come back later and mark them. But before I do that, I thought I would use this auger tool so it digs down deep and makes the earth a little bit softer and breaks through that hard pan. So I'm going to do that 3 times because I have 3 of these raspberry plants. And I was expecting these yesterday, so I went ahead and got this compost yesterday ready to go, but they didn't end up coming, so instead I'm doing it today. I've got plenty of compost here for all 3 of these. I'm just gonna put a big hunk of it over here, kind of fill the hole a little bit, and then put the black raspberry in there. I'll come back over here later in just a few minutes and water it in. So I'm planting these here, these gooseberries and stuff. They're full sun to partial shade. These like full sun, so they're gonna get full sun right here south of these gooseberries. So that's why I'm putting them here. Everything else is gonna be going in my guilds for, in my food forest. I'm gonna do the same thing for these other 2. So about 2 or 3 years ago, I don't know exactly when it was, planted a Latham, I think it's a Latham red raspberry over here. I just planted it over here, and then I thought it died. I'd kind of forgotten about it, but then I got a couple of raspberries this last year, and then this year they've just kind of taken off. Look at how many there are over here. So that started from one plant that I got some cuttings off of eBay for, and I planted them over here, and they did just fine. Just this one right here. There's one more over here, let me show you as well. So I weeded around these a little bit, but there was another kind I got from Lowe's that was on clearance at the end of the year. It was in the fall, toward the winter, and it was pretty sad looking, but I just put it in the ground. Actually, I put it on the ground, in the ground over next to the house first, and I moved it over here. I thought that it hadn't made it, but here they popped up, and I should be getting some raspberries from them this year as well. But those 3 black raspberries will turn into all of this in no time. Just buy a few plants, just buy 1 or 2 of everything that you want, and then wait. And then you can also trade and stuff as well, so that's a really great thing to do. A really great way to expand your food forest. So this is the Cortland apple that I just planted not too long ago. The roots haven't really spread out too much yet. I just dug a hole. I think I did that on camera for you. I just dug a hole and I put some compost in there, but I'm gonna put this Pixwell gooseberry by it. And again, if I can cut through all of that hard pan, then that's great. So I'm gonna do with the rest of these plants what I did with the black raspberries. I'm just gonna drill some holes in the ground through that hard pan, and we'll put some compost in there. I'll probably put a little extra compost, probably a whole bucket for each one of these. That way it gets a lot of good nutrition, a lot of good organic material in there. Then I'll water it in here in just a few minutes. If you like things like this, we're just expanding our food forest. I'm gonna put the gooseberries. I've got 2 different varieties of gooseberries. I'm gonna put one by this apple tree and one by that apple tree. And then I've got some currants. I'm gonna put one by this Bing cherry over here, and then one by this peach tree that I just planted over here not too long ago. They do well in partial shade, so they'll be shaded by the tree, and they'll do really well here, I think. And if they don't, then I can transplant them later. I can probably take some cuttings, and I probably will this year take some cuttings off of these gooseberries, and maybe even the currants as well. But if you like things like this, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, select all so you never miss a notification. Come back every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at noon Central Time is when I usually upload, and a live stream on Sunday nights on YouTube at 8 p.m. Central Time. Thanks. You want to say bye, Abraham? You get here. Bye. All right.
And COPPERHEAD ROAD HOMESTEAD.
That's right.